All right, good afternoon, class. Today I'm going to talk about the safety of self-driving cars, and a lot of American consumers, they're on the fence about this, but I have some data here to make you feel a little bit better. As you can see in this picture, that's probably a futuristic car, and there's actually no controls, so you're going to be getting in this thing, friends and family, shut the doors and let it know where you're going to go, and you will end up being there with nobody in the controls but the car and technology. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. Some of the things about self-driving cars that people are worried about, and it's since it came on scene, it's been surrounded by controversy. Self-driving cars is basically referring to cars that are operated without human presence at all. Advancements in technology have made it possible today for what I only could imagine when I was a kid. I would have never thought that cars would be have no steering wheels and be able to go to places without a person in the seat actually operating it. Technology has come a real long ways in the last 20 years. Now, some of the questions that people have is, are self-driving cars safe? How will they know what to do if someone gets in the way, or how will they be able to prevent accidents? Many consumers are worried about, can a machine or computer do as good a job as a human being? Despite surrounded by controversy, some of the test has proven that there is true potential when it comes to improving road safety, and American consumers will be able to rely on self-driving cars in the future. Car accidents are the 8th leading cause of death globally. That's what I said, the 8th leading cause. Isn't that crazy? I would have never thought that was the 8th leading cause with all the diseases and everything else going on in this world. 1 million people die each year in a car accident, which equates to about 2,700 deaths a day globally. So that's almost the size of a small town. Some of the things that lead up to these deaths are there are more cars on the road, inattentive drivers, and social media. People driving with drugs and alcohol, that still happens. Inclement weather conditions, and reckless driving and nighttime driving. These road accidents kill more than, like I said, 1 million people a year. Hopefully, once we get this technology in place, we can reduce those numbers. Pros and cons for self-driving cars. Some of the pros are it'll be many benefits. It'll be accessible for a lot of people who can't drive, people with handicaps. Everything, so actually I think maybe they'll have it where like kids can just get in the car and go. It can reduce the carbon footprint, and it will be able to reduce congestion because it'll be in the technology with the lights and everything, and it won't have like traffic jams. And superior safety performance will be accessible with this. Some of the cons. There's another side of the story, which would be some people just like to drive. They won't be able to drive anymore. Could be a loss of jobs, truck drivers, for example. Other things could be taxi drivers. Cars may be too expensive to own because of all of the technology that goes into it. Computer glitches, repair costs, loss of the human element, and basically that's it. There are many regulations when it comes to self-driving cars. Some of the regulations are state and federal. The National Highway and Traffic Safety Administration, that is the federal agency that regulates the safety of motor vehicles, including self-driving vehicles. According to that agency, There's going to be a website committed to research, education, safety standards that will help save human lives and prevent injury, provide safety standards, and enforce activity for self-driving cars. The standards are developed across 38 federal agencies, so there's not going to be just one agency involved making these rules. That would be good because it'll not have like one big stakeholder involved that's just promoting something that may not be that good. That'll protect consumers, producers, and hopefully make it efficient to facilitate more self-driving cars and the safety of them on the roads. Safety for the cars. Fully automated cars can prevent a third of all crashes, so that's super great considering how many car accidents there are a year. Studies have showed reduction forward collision braking and rear automated braking. Research studies are done not only by manufacturers and technology companies producing these cars like GM and Ford, but there's also smaller companies that will be putting their inputs on making these cars as well. American consumers can be assured that the research is being done unbiased, and the testing and research will be done by not just large companies but smaller companies as well. In conclusion to this, although self-driving cars is surrounded with controversy, they're going to be here to stay, and with rapid advancements in technology, we can expect even more big tech companies to get involved. Although there are many questions from the public about self-driving cars, American consumers see that there are obviously great safety benefits when it comes to these. And when all the research has been done, American consumers can feel assured that self-driving cars will be safe. Thanks for listening to my presentation, and hopefully this concludes my presentation at this time.